Good morning, good morning. It's Wednesday, January 24th. Not a cloud in the sky today. It's going to be beautiful. The solar panels are going to be very happy. 7:40 and nobody stirring. I'm going to go back inside and continue editing. I don't know if you can see it, but just to the left of the mast of the antenna is the Pico Balloon. And now it's going to pass behind the mast. And off it goes. There it is in the middle of the beam. Frank, you ready for another off-road morning, huh?
We are, absolutely, yeah. It's going to be a good day.
So you have any idea how many are in the line so far?
Not yet, but you know, we had 45 last year, and we've had as many as 65, so it'll be a lot of fun. But
45,
first off-road ride I've ever been on in my life that I had to clean off all my windows before we started. There's a lot of moisture in the air.
Yeah. So we got all sorts of rigs going.
Yep, there's going to be all kinds of stuff.
Good. Have fun today and be safe.
Thank you. I'll make a point of it.
And don't get lost and don't lose anybody.
Yeah, we won't get lost.
When they separate out, it gets to be a challenge.
Yeah, it's great fun. Yeah, this is good.
So the line goes, they're lined up about as far as you can see out here. We got Jeeps and SUVs and quads and all sorts of stuff. So putting air in or taking air out?
This is the one with the slow leak, so I gotta put some air in.
So you airing down?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
So they reduce the pressure in the tires.
Correct.
Down to, how low are you going to go?
I'm going to go 15 today because we're not doing anything really critical, but we just don't want to puncture a tire. The softer the tires, the less chance of the problem.
Cool.
The less chance of a puncture.
You're going out on the ride.
Yes.
You're all set?
All set.
You got your
Ready to go.
radios? You got
lots of radios.
Lots of radios. Can never have two. Well, how many radios do you have?
5.
5. So what are they?
2 VHF, UHF, APRS, GMRS, and CV.
Okay. And you got GPS and a GoPro and
Yep.
have fun. We are going, my buddies from Grass Valley, Peter and John. You all set?
Yep.
So how many radios do you have?
Oh. See, looks like we got 3.
3 HDs. Oh, you got a mobile there.
And my battery came out.
Your battery came out. We'll put it back. I see lots of antennas on your Jeep. So how many radios do you have?
Only 1.
Only 1? Well, the guy up front has 5. You know, you guys got to catch up. Need more radios. Less than 5 minutes to go. You all set?
We're already set, ready to go.
How many radios do you have?
I have I think 3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Yes.
That's good.
Well prepared.
Very good. The maximum I've seen so far is 5.
5. Okay, I get beat. Next
You
year.
got beat. Next year.
I'm gonna bring 6.
6. There you go.
We're here in the red shirt's going to give us a count, so if you want to catch him at the
Joe,
end, you
okay.
can find out how many cars we got. So it should be a fun day. Eric's going with me, and I got 5 tail gunners on this ride.
Okay, probably not too much dust with this rain we've had.
Not too much dust, but we're going to have mud.
Mud.
Have a good day.
Have fun. Okay, I hear the motor starting. I just had a report. There's a report that there is a electric vehicle in this. Head them out. Joel here is going to do a vehicle count.
Miss you, Gordon. Aw. Wish I could. Gotta work.
Ooh.
No.
You can go. I don't know if he's gonna be able to stop.
High ground clearance, 4-wheel, all that good stuff. There goes the electric vehicle.
All right. Have fun, you two.
Oh, Gordo.
All right. Have fun.
What's the count?
59.
Is that a record?
That is a record. I've only been here twice. So.
Well, you said like 44 or 45 earlier. I talked
no,
to him.
I'm 59. So
Well, you better get going.
Don't worry.
And off they ride into a beautiful day.
What are they supposed to do? And development of ground mat impedance measurement techniques. How do we measure what they do? And acquisition and analysis of ground surface and ground mat data. That is, what's the hard data on what these do. Also, there will be tips on how to use ground mats. And for you physicists and engineers, the mechanism which gives ground mats higher capacitances than expected from dielectric constant considerations. It turns out that the loss of what's under it can increase the capacitance by a factor of 5 or 10. There's some amazing things which go on in there. We'll talk about that. I did not invent the ground mat. A quick internet search a couple of years ago revealed several existing references to ground mat counterpoises, the earliest by the prolific Peter Parker, VK3YE in Australia. So you can Google Peter Parker Australia radio, you'll definitely get them. He has a lot of interesting projects that are fun to read through. He did his ground mat as aluminum foil between mylar sheets.
Improvements have been made in metal detectors. Various frequencies that they've chosen for different types of prospecting. They've got underwater metal detectors in the $300 to $400 range. Headphones for metal detectors are optional. It's really useful this morning when there's everybody making noise. So if you have a volume control, don't turn it up too loud. Can you all sort of hold up your loop so we can see it? Plus it'd be a good demo for the camera. Big loops and small loops. Oh yeah. How embarrassing. I dropped a dime down.
It's up by the shadow.
You can see it from here. Okay. Who's got a metal detector?
Buying a metal detector.
Okay. You know, all of these metal detectors, even the cheap ones from Temu, seem to work. But if you plan to use it a lot, you want something where the knob's not going to fall off like some of the real inexpensive ones. So we recommend Kellyco, K-E-L-L-Y-C-O. They have a wide range of metal detectors.
At what price level are we talking about?
Metal detectors go from $99 up to, gosh, $300 to $400. And name brands would be Garrett. Who else has good name brands?
Mine Lamp down there.
White. And which one is yours?
Tesoro.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So you'll have an opportunity to walk around with some of these folks, and I'll let any of you use mine. Now remember, there's about 20 to 25 coins and other loot here. So
That's what the rod.
there, look at that. And what have you got? Got to read the dates.
Penny.
And
1909 SDDB.
Okay, now this is good. What I would do is drop the nose. There, that's good. That'll give you a little more sensitivity. Now when you have one you just can't find, that's where the pointer really helps. Okay. How are you?
What'd you find?
Costa Mesa fire rescue pin.
Oh,
There's plenty all the way
fire rescue pin.
maybe it's a
Yeah, none of these on the hard rock here. There you go.
Here it is.
It's not Uno peso.
Uno peso.
Uno centavo, dos pesos. Dos pesos, which multiply
Yeah, it was down a
1/10
raise.
of. Is that yours, Gord? Did you
You found a
find it?
peso?
Simon.
Yep. Well, we're close to Mexico. Let's see.
586 was the attendance.
1,050 in 2019. But that was the year that Ray Novak from ICOM was here, and they were getting ready to introduce, what radio was that, Gary? 9700? Yeah, Ray introduced a 9700 ICOM right here at Quartzfest to the world. And he told us if we reached 1,000, he would donate a 9700 to us for grand prize. We reached 1,050. So Ray has donated a radio every year since then. This year the grand prize is an ICOM 705.
Hey, didn't we? It was sunny and warm and pleasant, and we had some history to talk about, and had a lot of long breaks and short rides. And I made one mistake and missed my second twin spot with a tough ride and an easy ride. So I guess we'll get by without that. And we got to see the mine. We got to have some lunch, and we just had a wonderful day. And we got back in plenty of time for the 1:30 activities. And I see Judy waving at me there. How many? We had 59 cars today. So I guess I must be doing something right, otherwise that wouldn't be happening. The record is 2019, the same year they had the big attendance. We had 65 on that ride. So I don't know anyone who leads an off-road ride that would take more than 10 or 15 cars. So I had a good time. Everybody had a good time, I think. I didn't hear any complaints today at all. So that's the way it's supposed to go. So that's it, I think.
All right, we've had a really nice turnout from everyone on the distance challenge so far. We got one more day to go, but it took two of us 2 hours after lunch day to go through those applicants that have signed up. I can tell you that the Class A, the SSB and CW 100 watts or less, they've had as many entries there as we have FT8, which surprised me. The least amount has been QRP. So we have one more day. Tomorrow starts at midnight tonight, goes through at midnight tomorrow night. You need to remember that if you're going to enter, it has to be a DX contact, something outside of the lower 48 states. I've had one particular applicant from California make a contact to California.
Operations will be very brief. Michael, if you're here, will you come up to accept your certificate of successful completion of exam? Mr. McMahon, I think you're here somewhere. Stephen, if you're here, will you please stand up and come on up so we can celebrate your accomplishment this afternoon with us? It just passed about an hour ago, if that. So, Eric, if you're here, please come on up, if you would, please. And Ronald Delamar, if you're able to come up and it's convenient for you and safe, please do, friends. I'm up here as well with another couple of volunteer examiners, Ron from Washington State and Daryl from Tennessee, who flew out just a couple of nights ago. Like a story a couple of nights ago, he was one of the other VEs that was on board the aircraft witnessing exams, certifying exams from 39,000 feet. Oh, very cool. So apparently Eric made his first voice contact just moments after he upgraded his license to amateur extra. And Ron is a brand new general class operator, the top page. Congratulations. Mr. McMahon, did we miss you, sir? We missed Michael. Anyway, he became a new general class operator himself, so congratulations to him as well. Testing resumes. Thanks, everybody. We're often, like Daryl said, everyone's first contact in amateur radio, their first human contact. Make it a positive one. Remember your first contact. Hopefully it was positive as well. Chris, thank you.
All right, well, this morning we had about 20 plus people come out,
and watched for Pico Balloons to be launched. And we launched a balloon right at 8 o'clock, and it took off really well. And the weather was so nice, we launched a second one right behind it. And the second one had a different configuration, so it started transmitting pretty soon after it launched. And when it got up to about 8,000 feet, it had made about 40 contacts already. At 27 milliwatts, one of its first contacts was in Heidelberg, Germany. So it was doing pretty well. Pretty lucky it's not in the QRP contest. A little while ago, both balloons were tracking pretty much in the same sort of path. They're about 200 miles south into Mexico at this point. They went south from here, kind of southeast, and they'll probably turn a little more eastward, but we'll see where they go. That's all part of the fun of it. So anyways, anyone has any questions, stuff, come on by our campsite out there. And
how do you track them?
Pardon me?
How can you track them?
Oh, the balloons are on 10-meter whisper, and there's a couple websites for tracking. There's one called traquito.github.io. And I have all the information on a whiteboard, and you can grab me and I'll share the specifics on how to track them. But they are whisper.
Where's your tent or trailer or whatever?
That way. If you go down this road, there's a brown post, you make a right, and there's a bunch of orange cones ways down the road.
Do you have to get any FAA clearance?
No, we don't. The question is, does it require FAA clearance? No. The balloons and the payload are more than 100 times less than the minimum required to notify the FAA. Yes.
How big is a Pico balloon?
So a Pico balloon's and it's a party-sized balloon, and if it gets up to altitude, both these balloons have settled in at 40,000 feet, almost exactly. One's about 40,100 foot, the other one's at 40,000. They're floating along really good, and they're really stable. And so we'll continue to float along. If we're lucky, we'll report in tomorrow. That's a major milestone for them to freeze all night, and then the solar come on in the morning, and then to wake up and report in. So we'll see how they go.
Will it go over Bouvet Island?
It may. We don't know. It's done a lot over Ukraine and other places in the world. All right. Thank you.
Yes, and the number is 323-2427. 2427. Straight back. Come on up.